The galaxy had seen many wars, but none prepared them for the moment humanity fell silent. For weeks, every human colony and every Earth ship vanished from communication. No warnings, no distress calls, nothing. It was as if an entire species had been swallowed by the dark. Across alien star systems, rumors spread like wildfire. Some said Earth had finally collapsed. Others believed humans were hiding, planning something dangerous. But in truth, humanity had been taken. One by one, alien fleets had captured human worlds, forcing millions into slavery. They thought humans were weak, scattered, and easy to control. What they did not know was that humanity had already escaped once before. In the center of the Andori galaxy, an alien tribunal gathered. They celebrated their victory, boasting about humans now being useful labor. But a strange fear grew in the room. Human prisoners had stopped speaking entirely. They obeyed orders but never cried, never begged, never resisted. They watched silently, as if waiting. Then came the moment that froze every species. A single human transport ship, filled with slaves, suddenly changed course. No alarms, no pilots, no signals. It simply moved, heading toward deep space. When alien officers tried to override the controls, the system refused. The ship locked itself from the inside, and every human on board stood up at the same time. The cameras flickered. The ship vanished in a hyperspace without coordinates, something considered impossible. Hours later, strange energy signatures appeared at the edge of multiple star systems, large, unknown, and growing. Alien generals dismissed it as cosmic noise. But one old scientist whispered in terror, This is the sound of something awakening, something we buried centuries ago." No one believed him. No one understood. But humanity was not broken. They were preparing. And the galaxy was about to learn what happens when you push humans too far. The galaxy remembered the day humanity fell silent. One moment, Earth's colonies were alive with trade, messages, and starship traffic. The next moment, every human signal vanished. No warning, no battle reports, no distress calls, just silence. It spread fear through space faster than any war. Across alien nations, leaders celebrated. They believed their massive alliance had finally crushed the stubborn species called humans. They had attacked human colonies, captured millions, and forced them into labor camps. In their eyes, the human problem was solved forever. But in the shadows of those camps, something strange began to happen. Humans did not cry. Humans did not shout. Humans did not beg. They worked silently, with eyes that held no emotion. Alien guards mocked them, thinking they were broken. But the humans were not broken. They were waiting. Commander Ralvek of the Kryther Dominion visited one of the camps. He expected to see chaos. Instead, he saw thousands of humans standing perfectly still, facing the sky. Not moving, not breathing fast, just waiting. The sight chilled him, though he didn't know why. Then the impossible happened. A transport ship carrying human prisoners suddenly lifted off without permission. No pilot, no crew, no orders. It simply rose into the air by itself. Control towers tried to force it down, but every command failed. The ship locked its systems and blasted into deep space. Inside the camp, every human looked upward at the same moment. For the first time in centuries, ancient beacons hidden under Earth's oceans activated. Machines older than any alien empire hummed awake, sending signals across the stars. Signals no species could decode. But one elderly alien scientist recognized the frequency. His voice shook as he whispered, "This is humanity calling something we should have never feared, something we should have never chained." The galaxy had no idea what was coming. Across the galaxy, strange pulses of energy began to echo through hyperspace. At first, alien scientists dismissed them as background radiation. But the pulses grew stronger, too steady, too sharp, too controlled to be natural. They formed patterns, rhythms, a countdown. No species understood it, except the humans who heard it in their minds. In every slave camp, humans suddenly stopped working. They looked at each other, And for the first time since their capture, they smiled. Alien guards were confused. Some panicked. None understood what that smile meant. Commander Ralvek watched the feed from his station. The humans stood in perfect formation, as if answering a call only they could hear. Then, one by one, they placed their hands on the ground. Not in surrender, something deeper, something ancient. The ground vibrated. Old metal surfaced from beneath the soil, black, smooth, and alive, forming strange shapes. Alien scanners detected impossible technology, structures that could not be analyzed, weapons that did not follow physics, machines older than known history. Panic spread. Within hours, every human camp reported the same event. Unknown machines rising from the Earth, responding to the same energy signal. Even the stolen human ships, held in alien docking bays, powered on by themselves. Their engines roared with blue fire. The Galactic Alliance called for emergency meetings. But before they could decide anything, their long-range sensors detected something terrifying. A massive object had appeared at the edge of the galaxy. Black, silent, bigger than any dreadnought ever built. Its shape resembled a forgotten Terran myth. Smooth armor plates, glowing crimson lines, and a prow shaped like an ancient blade. No engines, no lights. It simply existed, distorting space around it. They awakened the Ark, the thing humans swore never to use. The galaxy's fear had only begun. The colossal black ship drifted at the edge of the galaxy like a sleeping giant. No engines, no power signatures, no crew. Yet every alien sensor struggled to scan it. Readings came back corrupted, as if the vessel rejected the idea of being measured. They called it the Ark of Retribution, a legend humans themselves refused to discuss. Thousands of years ago, the Ark was built for one purpose: to end any threat too powerful for humanity to fight normally. It was not a warship. It was a sentence. Inside the Andurai Council Hall, alien leaders argued in panic. They blamed each other for supporting the human slavery plan. They blamed their generals for capturing humans instead of destroying them. But deep down, every species knew the truth. They had pushed humanity too far. Meanwhile, in the slave camps, the mysterious machines rising from the ground connected together like puzzle pieces. Humans stepped into them without hesitation. The machines reshaped, forming armor around their bodies, sleek, black, glowing with the same red lines as the Ark. Human DNA responded to the devices instantly. It was technology built for them, and only them. Alien guards tried to stop them. Energy weapons fired. But the human armor absorbed every blast like water hitting stone. One armored human looked at the terrified guards. He did not speak. He simply walked through the wall as if the metal turned to mist. All across the camps, humans marched toward the sky. Their armor allowed them to leap hundreds of meters, moving like shadows with burning red eyes. Then the Ark moved. A low, deep vibration rippled through space. Clouds bent around it. Stars flickered. The ship's crimson lines brightened like awakening blood vessels. The old alien scientist spoke again, voice shaking. If the Ark is active, humanity is preparing judgment. And the galaxy realized a terrible truth. The silent humans had never been broken. They were gathering. The Ark released its first pulse, a deep, thunderous wave that rolled across star systems. Space itself trembled. Alien fleets stationed near the border watched in horror as their ships lost power for 3 full seconds. 3 seconds felt like death. Then, something worse happened. Every human slave across the galaxy lifted their heads at the same moment. Their armored suits glowed brighter, syncing perfectly with the Ark's heartbeat like pulses. The humans didn't speak. They didn't shout. They simply turned toward the sky, as if receiving silent commands. Alien commanders panicked. They ordered immediate evacuations of all slave camps, but it was too late. Humans, now bonded to their ancient armor, walked through energy shields like they were made of smoke. They stepped through steel doors as if they were mist. For the first time, alien soldiers felt fear deeper than war. Fear is something they could not fight. In the Galactic Senate, chaos erupted. Some species demanded surrender to the humans. Others demanded a joint attack on the Arkansas. No one agreed on anything. All of them kept glancing at the hologram of the massive black ship, waiting for it to make its first move. But the Ark did not fire weapons. It did not send ships. It simply opened. A gigantic rift unfolded beneath it, like space tearing open. From the rift, old Terran constructs emerged. Tower-like machines, black drones with red eyes, silent platforms with unknown energy fields. They surrounded the Ark like loyal guardians. The old alien scientists stepped forward and forced the Senate to listen. You do not understand. Humans did not build the Ark to conquer. The room fell silent. They built it to punish. Only to punish. Shock swept through the Senate. They finally understood. Humanity was not coming for a war. Humanity was coming for justice. And justice had no limits. The Ark's silent army moved across the galaxy like a storm. The black drones spread into every region where human slaves were kept. Their red eyes scanned the camps, ignoring every alien, focusing only on the humans. When they found a prisoner, they opened their metallic wings and wrapped the human in a field of shimmering energy. And then they disappeared, vanished instantly into thin air. Within hours, every single human slave across the galaxy was missing. Not dead, not rescued by ships, simply gone, teleported by the Ark to an unknown location. Alien leaders were left staring at empty prisons, silent armories, and abandoned camps. For the first time in generations, there were no humans anywhere in alien-controlled space. The realization was terrifying, because if the humans had vanished, that meant they were all gathering somewhere. At the Ark, sensors confirmed it. A massive concentration of human life signs, millions, maybe billions, appeared inside and around the colossal ship. And every one of them wore the ancient armor, now glowing brighter than ever. Meanwhile, the Galactic Defense Force scrambled its fleets. But even the strongest battleships could not form a proper formation because the Ark distorted gravity around them. Engines failed, shields flickered, weapons jammed. The Ark was not attacking. It was simply undoing the galaxy's power. A final communication reached every alien world. It was not the Ark's voice. It was a human voice. A woman stood on the hologram. Calm, silent, wrapped in the same black-red armor as all humans now wore. Her eyes looked through every camera, every screen, every system. "We gave peace," she said. "You chose chains." Her voice was quiet, but every alien felt it like a blade across the soul. "Now we choose the answer." Behind her, the Ark began to glow with catastrophic energy. Judgment had started. The Ark reached full power. Red energy veins spread across its hull like lightning frozen inside metal. The galaxy watched helplessly as the largest weapon ever built prepared to speak for humanity. But the Ark did not fire a beam. It did something far worse. A wave of red-white distortion spread out in a perfect sphere. It moved faster than light, touching thousands of systems at once. Alien ships, star bases, and stations froze where they stood. Engines shut off. Shields collapsed. Weapons powered down. Entire armadas drifted helplessly. The wave did not kill. It simply removed the ability to fight. The Ark was sending a message. Humanity does not destroy first, but we end threats completely. Inside their crippled ships, alien leaders shook with fear as a second wave followed. Smaller, sharper, more precise. This one wiped out every weapon blueprint, every slave database, every anti-human technology, every archive that supported the idea of controlling Earth. Centuries of oppression erased in seconds. And then the final act came. The human woman reappeared on every screen. She stood on the Ark's command platform, surrounded by millions of armored humans, now united. Her voice was calm, but unbreakable. "You enslaved us. You hunted us. You tried to erase us." She raised her hand. The Ark dimmed. "We will not erase you, but you will remember this day for all time." The Ark emitted one last pulse, reaching the core of every alien world. It planted a warning. an unbreakable barrier blocking any future attempt to harm Earth or humans. Any species that tried would lose their technology instantly. The galaxy trembled. Humans had returned from chains with a power that nearly ended empires. And then, the Ark went silent again. Humanity vanished into deep space, not seeking revenge, but peace. But every species knew the truth. No one would ever dare enslave humans again.